Hello, people. How are you? I am trying to solve my mother's tech problems because apparently she cannot find the link. Oh, she found it. Okay. The link like disappeared on her for some reason. What? Hello, hello. We should be getting started shortly. I am making sure I've got my notes up. And turn that off. Oh my goodness. Riveting content. Hello, Ronald. How was your trip? Did you go to the board game convention? Am I remembering correctly? Or your International Man of Mystery Spy convention? You did something fun. Finish this message. Turn off my notification sounds. Put it on vibrate. Okay. Apparently StreamYard is acting up for my mother, so we'll see if she ever makes it in here. I was sharing the show link with a friend who had asked about it. Let me see if I can put the StreamYard link in where we normally share our links. Let's see. Yep, went to it, was sick the whole time. Oh no. Fortunately, you didn't get anyone else sick and wore a mask all 5 days. Yeah, it was good. 17,000 people. That's so many people. Oh my goodness. Were you just like, I have a cold sick, or were you like down with the sickness? That is unfortunate though. I hate when you have like a big thing going on and you're sick for part or all of it. "37 plays of 33 games. Ooh, 23 were new. Bronchitis. Ooh. I've not had that, but I think Wayne's had that before. Ick. That is awful. Yeah, I'm still surprised that I didn't get sick from the time that Wayne got sick a couple weeks ago, because apparently there was a virus going around, like a stomach bug going around with everybody. So he was throwing up for like 4 days, and we just like kept ourselves. You know the word. You know the word I'm doing this motion for. I can't separate. We kept quarantined. We were separated from each other. And like made sure we wiped everything down with like cleaner wipes and everything. And luckily I did not get sick, because I was supposed to, like, the week that he got sick, the very next week I had a big festival. And so what usually happens when he gets sick is he'll get sick and then I'll get sick like the next week. And so I'm like, don't come near me. Don't touch me. Don't breathe near me. I don't know you. Get out. Like, I was like, I can't get sick. But he got better. Like, he was better by like Monday or Tuesday, I want to say. And I never ended up getting sick. And so then we were both able to go to the festival. But I was like, oh. She is still having tech issues. She said that she's in, but it won't recognize her camera or microphone, which I feel like has happened before. I don't know how she fixed it though. Oop, it sounds like she might be here. Yeah, I haven't infected anyone. Now you can have Jessica. Yeah, it was a combination of, because he also forgets, and so he'll be like come in to give a hug, and I'll like swoop, and I'm like, no, you're sick, don't touch me. Or he'll like, oh hey sweetie, I didn't finish a soda, do you want it? And I'm like, no, you're sick. He's very bad about, like, he's not actively trying to infect me. He's just like, I'm pathetic and want love, and I'm like, I can love you from over there. Oh, she's got up. see how do I do that button. Hey, we have a crosswade, and she's trying her best. She's trying her absolute best. And let me make sure she's trying. Let me see. I want to make sure I've got things. Oop! And she's gone again. Well, if anybody wants to play the crossword, I think everybody here should know the link. I will throw it up here for right now. And I'm making sure I've got all of my notes for what I want to talk about. We already talked about this. Oh, I heard a little pop that she made back. Also, for anyone wondering if I ooh, okay, told you, got the lead part in this play. Well, we've been rehearsing. There's 57 people in the cast. That's so many. Mostly students and so many they, thems. Ooh. One person even using a wheelchair. Nice. Are they like, were they cast for a wheelchair part, or is the theater just like being accommodating and like, you were good for this part, we're gonna do it whether you're in a wheelchair or not? Because that is cool. But also, if anybody is curious, like, that looks like a different nose ring that I'm used to seeing you in, it is. I was for a long time wearing the one that's just the connected ring, where it's like a little clicker and it clicks closed, so it's like an enclosed ring. But I was at Market last Saturday, and I was like talking to people, and then my friend was like, "Oh, by the way, your septum, it came and clicked." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And so I'm going to like try to click it back, and it just, I don't know what happened. I don't remember it getting caught on anything. I remember anything, but at some point it had come unclicked. Yeah, this is the same piercing that I've had for months. I just keep them flipped down like that because sometimes they click on my teeth a little bit and it's in the way, and sometimes they're just more comfortable for me here. I don't know why. I need to just get some like studs. It's just like the little spot here instead of having, because I like the look of the loops, but they don't always stay like that. They like to like shift around. But my friend was like, "Yeah, your thing's unclicked." And so I was like trying to click it, and I couldn't get it click closed. So I was like, "What's going on?" So I took it fully out of my nose and was like, and I was at like another friend's table. I wasn't even at my table, so I'm like borrowing her mirror at her table. And like I click it, like it takes a second, but I'm able to click it like while I'm standing there, like with it in my hand. So okay. And so I open it, and then I put it back in my nose, and I go to click it, and I just cannot get it clicked. And so I'm like, oh my God. And so I run back to my table, and luckily I have my backup bag of jewelry in my purse. I keep far too many things in my purse. Luckily I have my backup bag of jewelry in my purse, and the only one that really fit was this big honkin', it feels so like, my mom will joke about me being a bull and having a bull ring because I have my, this feels like a bull ring. It's so big, like the balls are huge. It's too big. I can feel it because it also, like my other one was like up here, and this one is like down here, so I can feel it like hitting my lip. Whereas my other one did not. Even my other like horseshoe piercing, I had a little black one, but it was like shorter, and so I didn't feel it on my lip, because this one was intended to be a lip ring. I made sure to get a big diameter because this one was intended to be a lip ring, because I got some big lips. I got big space there, and it just it's been bothering me. But I don't know where the rest of my jewelry is. The rest of my decent jewelry is, because I have another clicker, but it's like a cheapy one, and so it'll like, if I wear it too long, because I need one that I can just put in and not worry about for like weeks at a time. And I have some cheapy ones, but those will like turn my upper lip green, and I don't want that on my face, because that's another thing to be concerned about. It looks like she's almost back again. Am I doing this again? Are we? Is she here? She's like almost here, but it still says that her like mic and camera are not connected. Mother, if you can hear me in the void, have you tried unplugging and replugging everything? Oh, I just got a notification from her. Okay. She said she is getting a coffee and then she will she's getting a coffee and then she's gonna try to join on the iPad. So we'll see how that goes. I am, now that that is sorted out, let's see. I thought I was going to add more things to the list, but I can't remember what I was going to add to the list, so I'll probably figure it out, remember while I'm talking. Oh yeah, I was going to get Instagram ready. Let's do that so that we are prepared when Mother shows up. The FDA has issued a nationwide recall on ice cream. What? I hate having I'm using Microsoft Edge and it's the like main homepage when I start a new tab and go to bring up another page or whatever is like it's got just like news streaming on the bottom, which is annoying because I don't want news in my face every time I go to use my computer. Because now I'm wondering what the heck all of this ice cream recall is. A live video. This is not for coffee Klatsch. Ooh, she still got the sound on. Coffee Klatsch number 72. Impossible. There is no way. There's no way we've been doing that many. Yeah, I got to meet and play the 3 or 4 Twitch viewers IRL. That's fun. That is awesome. Stream key. Okay. So I should be seeing the preview. There we go. Okay. So now the preview is up and I will be ready to go live on Instagram shortly. I haven't done the crossword in a little while. Let me do a couple crossword questions because I'm usually busy crocheting. We played D&D on Monday and we played D&D on Monday and we ended up wrapping it up just a little bit early because we didn't want to get into a fight. Why is my eye so itchy? We didn't want to get into a fight that we wouldn't be able to finish. And so we're like, oh, we'll start with the fight next week. But then after the fact, everybody played Among Us. And I was like, I can't really play because I need to work on stuff for market, which I will explain later because I just really need to work on stuff for market. But I stayed in the chat and listened and I was just like instigating. It was very fun because the people were playing and I was like, ooh, Tyler sounds real suspicious. Like, I'm not looking, but like Tyler sounds like he's like, and I was like adding stuff. I was like, this is the third time that he said that. Are you guys sure you believe him? It was very fun. All right. Hovercats.gg/sheephole. Let's see if I can get some answers. Hollywood Force for short. Nope, don't know. Lenovo Revival. What's the Acer? Isn't that the name of that kind of computer? It is, because I've had one. Hang around for... No idea. No. Hadean or Archaean? Nope. Totally focused. Nope. Boldly patterned bird. Boldly patterned bird. It's 3 words. Environmental prefix eco. A 1998 album featuring Body Movin' and Intergalactic. 98. I was 5. I was 5. I don't know. Part of a Spy's cover. I don't know. It comes before 1. 0. It does come before 1. Why is 0 not the answer? Okay. Add flavor and moisture in a way. Sauce? Is it saucy? No. I don't know. Okay, let's switch to vertical. Okay, that already has an answer. What is this? Graphic novel set during Iran's Islamic Revolution. Oh, I'm getting notifications for things I can't do. Grazing area on a horse farm. Blank RY L blank blank. I want to say like dry something. I don't know. Behold. Poker faced. Stern? Is that what they're going for? Hey, sweet. Word before seat or split. It starts with a B? I got nothing. Dryer? Question mark. I don't know. A lot of names of people. Pierced spot. A pierced spot? Is that a hole? Pierced spot? What does that mean? Oh yeah, sorry, Ari. Yeah, she'll be here shortly. She's still having tech issues. She's going to try to come in on the iPad. Pierced spot? That's just a hole. A school referred to in season 5 of The Crown, because that's a show that I've watched. A little bit of force. Bush. Muscle worked in a cable row. The only muscle I can think of with 3 letters. Lat. I got it. Okay. I'm going to go back to horizontal. Let's see. Boldly patterned bird. It ends with a Y. I can't think of any 3-letter birds that end with a Y. No, I think I got nothing there. It's all good. Is that album? It comes before 1. Is it none? No. It has an O in it. It comes before 1. Some, like someone? I'm nowhere near that. Oh no. Yep, I think I've done all I can do. I'm gonna go back to working on things, which I meant to be doing this whole time. I tried 0. School in the Crown Eton? Oh, now look at Mother giving answers? I feel like I will be looking, and then as soon as I look away for a second, all of a sudden all of the chats show up. Okay. I wish I could switch chat to the other side of the screen. I have it over here. Let me bring it back up and try some of these answers. It was, let's see, School of McCrown was, please load, was not that one. Was that one? Is it Eton? Eton? It is. You got it. Eton. And it comes before 1. I tried 0. That is incorrect. And now it's 28 across down at the bottom there. And so it's blank blank. Because I tried 0. Because that was my very first try. It comes before 1. Blank blank. Nude. Furious. I am furious. I am done with the crossword. I am going to work on crochet stuff. Noon. Rude. Because there was like no indication that it was like time or anything. Just like the one that says pierced spot. Like what? In what context? I feel like usually crosswords have some sort of context that they're giving. And this is like not giving any kind of context. Today I am sewing together roses. Oh, I should have strung up my needle first. I am furious. I feel like I get angry at this crossword so much. Like it didn't used to be like that. Like it used to, like I feel like we used to have some like good ones, and now that we're at like the bottom of the barrel for hovercats, then I am just continually getting very furious. Oh, that is not rolling well. I rolled it perfectly the first time. Y'all, I am not looking forward to this drive to Georgia. It is such a long drive. And I have to come back the same day because I have to work the next day. Not great stuff. Honestly, not great planning on my part, but I had already asked off for several Sundays, and it's hard for them to find people to work on Sundays. And we just hired some new people, so that should be better now, unless they quit like the other one did. But I'm not looking forward to that because it's a 4-hour drive down there, 4-hour drive back with a market in the middle. Look at y'all filling out the clues. Okay. I think that is sewed together enough because I got to get through like 700 of these things. Bold bird J. Okay. Well, I don't know enough about birds. Does anyone feel like driving to my house to help me put together all of these roses? I am like, I need a bunch of stuff for this market, and I am like pulling out all of the like little things that I had off to the side, and I'm going to try to use all that stuff. I pulled out my granny squares from the Granny Square All-in-One, And I think what I'm gonna do is, let me see, I've got them over here. Ooh. I think what I'm gonna do, how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got 7. But what I think I'm gonna do is take I've got my 2 granny squares. I think I'm going to put them together, sew them together on 3 sides, and then just make a strap for them and just make like a little side bag, just a little, you know. Because I've got 7, which means I can make 6 little bags, and then I'll just have an extra one. I don't have the time to try to remember the state of mind I was in to make granny squares using that all in one yarn, so I'm not going to make any more, but I will try to make 6 little bags there. But that also involves, you know, my favorite activity of making straps for things. It's the worst. It is the devil. I was working on something the other day, and I was working on the top the other day because I really want to get this top knocked down. I'm probably going to try to finish that today. But but I had to do the straps for the top, not chain 107 and then slip stitch back down the chain. Someone is out to get me. Someone said one day Artemis is going to be out here trying to do this pattern, and then you know what? We got her. This is the perfect pattern for her. She's definitely going to want to try it. And then we got her, boys. So awful. And I did it, but now I have to do it for the other side. And I hate it. Make sure I'm going through all the layers here. I think I did something funky with my setup. I can't leave now because I'm the only person here, but I think I did something funky with my setup. So now everything, like the music sounds like muffled. I think because it was the microphone, I didn't double check. And so the microphone was originally set as the microphone on my headphones instead of the microphone, my fancy mic over here. And so now everything sounds muffled because it thinks it needs to muffle things for the microphone to work. But I can never use the microphone on these headphones because they are dollar store headphones, and the mic just like honestly straight up doesn't work. Like they should not be able to advertise that they have a microphone. It does not work. Every time that I've tried to use the microphone to like have phone calls or anything like that, everyone's always like, I can't hear you. I can't, what? What's going on? And I'm like, we got some roses. This one's super fun because it's the sparkly yarn. I need to get some more sparkly yarn. There we go. Look at how she sparkles. It's so glittery. It looks like I threw straight up glitter. Like over here, you can kind of see that it's got the, what are the words? The tinsel, like woven in with the yarn. But on the camera, it looks like I just threw some glitter on that thing. I'm gonna put our crossword back up. And clip the ends. I need a bucket to put all these roses in. Otherwise, they're about to be littered all over my counter. I have a bucket, but it's for other unfinished things. Also, I have a mystery yarn. It's another like glitter yarn, but I can't, I tried to sort of Google it, but I have no idea what this yarn is. Cause the one that I'm working with right now that I'm sewing together, I got it from either Joann's or Hobby Lobby. But it's like very clearly just a standard like worsted weight acrylic yarn, and then it's got a single or maybe 2 um things of shiny like iridescent tinsel like woven in with the yarn. Like whenever they spun the yarn together, they had that tinsel in there as well. So it makes it sparkle, which is cool. The other one that I have is like the like it's kind of like when you have chenille yarn and the chenille yarn has a core. It's like a chenille yarn, but the core of it is like a sparkly. I have, let's see, do I have anything? Yes. So I was making more butterflies for market, but like we're gonna embiggen me again. I don't even know how well this will pick up on camera. Okay, you can kind of see how like the core is like that shiny sparkly and then it's got fuzzy all around. And so but I want more of it because it works up so nice. It's so cute when you make stuff with it. I'm making butterflies. I'm making more butterflies. But it looks so, because you can just see the little like flashes in the fuzzy. It looks so cute. I have no idea what this yarn is because it was another like someone gifted me a bunch of their yarn scraps, just a bunch of yarn, and so this was part of it. And I have no clue what this is because like the color is nice too. This like burgundy, reddish, purplish, plum, like whatever is going on here, and it looks like there's some like just a faint hint of like blue over here, and so I'm wondering like was there more blue because I only have like a ball that's like this big, and so it was just the like reddish and purplish, but I'm like, were there other colors? What is this yarn? I've got like a little bit left because there was enough to make another butterfly, but I don't want to use it because I want to hold on to it so I can try to like ask people and find the rest of that yarn. Oh, what if it's discontinued? I'm gonna be so upset because it's such a nice sparkly yarn. Internet, do what the internet does. Figure out what this yarn is. I want more of it. Because it would be so fun to make like headbands or a hat or roses. That would be a fun yarn to have roses with. Oh, I'm hearing another pop. Is that my mother? Is that my mumsy dearest? Hello? We're getting the angle that makes you look so tall.
Quit making fun of me.
And we'll just sit the iPad higher.
I'm doing the best I can do, ma'am.
Ooh, I gotta turn the volume down. You were coming in hot.
Why will you not go full screen?
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Also, Sarah Ari, you are talking about this dice bag. She sounds good to you? Okay, so it must just be my headphones because she is coming in loud as anything.
Oh, you are loud to me too, so you need to turn your own volume down.
We've got to figure this out. Because oh my goodness, it's so loud. Why is it so loud? How do I...
Is that better?
How do I... No.
Okay. Well, you're not... I turned you down, so you're not loud for me anymore.
Is my volume on my laptop not voluming? Hang on. Maybe it's my Bluetooth headphones. Give me just a minute. You continue doing what you're doing. I'm just going to...
This is a hot mess today, people. And I have no food. This is not going well. Hello, Ronald. I saw a couple pictures of you at Origins. You didn't look like you were sick, so you were good at hiding it. Thanks, Ronald. Let's see. What am I doing? my goodness. I'm supposed to be holding down the fort, aren't I? Since she's not here anymore. Okay. Let's see.
I think I figured it out.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, we are both having technology issues. My computer, like, it has my headphones, and so I tried to adjust the volume on that. It didn't do anything. And then it had a secondary one that was my headphones as well. And then that one, the volume was on 100%
three
full max.
down.
3 down?
Okay, you're breaking up, ma'am.
It can't be me.
3 down. You were required to read that. Assigned reading.
I was required to read this?
Yes, you. Because I remember being, wow, they assigned a graphic novel for college. That's cool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I can picture the cover and I can't. Oh, what is this book? Because I remember but I can't remember what it is.
I would put it in, but
now. We are having serious tech issues. You're still breaking up.
What about my dice bag? You're so...
Oh yeah,
on
all
my
right.
iPad. I'm not...
Your dice bag is going to turn into a messenger bag because it's just that pattern is just too big to make into a dice bag without using crochet thread, and I can't be bothered to do that. I'm so sorry. So you're going to have like a bag, unless you want it to be turned into something else. But it's got to be bigger than a dice bag. That pattern is way too big to turn into a dice bag.
So have you already added in our Instagram friends?
I've got it pulled up. Oh, crud. I've got it pulled up, but I have not pressed go live on the Instagram side of things. Because I was waiting for my mama.
Well, it's almost 11 o'clock, so... Anybody who's
Nobody
usually
on
expecting us
Instagram
to
cares
is already
anyway.
come and gone.
But
you can open it up anyway.
This. Are we even going to be able to do the opening with you all glitchy?
Yes, we're breaking up again. I try one more time to see if...
Do you need to turn the internet off of some devices or something?
It's not doing.
Ari, you can find another pattern. It just needs to be like in the pattern.
I'm not hearing
it's like
anything.
Oh. While she's fixing herself. Spectrum got her. Spectrum came for her throat. Ari, if you can find a pattern, like if you look at the pattern that you sent me, the number of squares, it's got like 50 squares across and like 50 squares down or something. That is it's just a lot of stitches to be able to make it smaller. So if you find another pattern that's like simpler, that's less squares, then I can try to make it into a dice bag. But it's like, it is just too many. Oh. And she's gone. Just as I was about to press the Instagram button. It's just you and me, guys. Just us hanging out while I'm trying to sew these roses together. I also realized as I started sewing these roses that I have not made the little green bit for all of them, so I'm gonna have to do that today as well. We'll see how it works out. Let's do this. Oh, when will my mother return to me? Spectrum, release my mother from your grasp. I just want to talk to her and the people. Ah! My friggin' needle came off the thing. I need to buy more yarn needles. I have literally just the one yarn needle, and every once in a while it'll like drop, or I'll sit it somewhere to the side and not think about the fact that I'm sitting it somewhere to the side and panic because I can't find it. I really got to get more. Mother? She doesn't message me either. Chloe, if you're watching, this is your fault. You moved back into the house and now you're stealing away all of the internet. Also, Chloe, cut that out. I love you. But you are kind of stealing the internet. I need you to fix it. Oh my goodness. It's another rose down. I'm glad that I made so many of these ahead of time. I am very good at halfway making projects and then not finishing them and then like coming in at the last minute to finish them when I really need them. Because I've got, let's see, 2 more sitting over here. Let me move that yarn. I got 2 more roses here. Is that 2? Yeah, that's 2. 2 more roses. And 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. 10. Oh my goodness, so many. 11, 12, 13. 14. Ooh, I've got a blue one. 15. Is that all the roses? No. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 from the ones that I finished. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So I got enough to have 21 roses if I can get it all together. Oh, this is a nightmare because I have to leave the ends long to sew them together. I just a spaghetti event over here. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? You're shaking your head at me. What's going on?
Hot mess.
I mean, it is, but when are we not?
But we're usually not this bad.
Do we want to try to do the intro before Spectrum takes you out again?
Yeah, since it's almost 11, we're an hour late.
Okay, so I will click the go live button in 3, 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a slightly delayed episode of the Wednesday Coffee Klatsch. I'm trying to look like I'm looking at you because I'm in a different camera.
I'm always looking over here because you guys are you're over here. So you guys, the people are right here. I'm always looking over here because I can see my mother over here.
This is not going to work. As you can see, I'm in my closet as usual. Anyway, and I can't see you through these glasses at this angle. This is painful. There. That's better. Okay. Welcome to the Wednesday Coffee Klatsch. I am Danny, the recovering Raven, and this is my co-presenter, Artemis, the fatigued.
As usual.
Artemis, the glorious. And there's sweat dripping down my face. I am so sorry.
Ooh, this is Skin of a Killer, Bella.
We are here to be your audio ambiance, your background sound. We are here to keep you company as you do your laundry, as you watch those kids, as you fix your husband a late breakfast, or your partner, I should say, your partner a late breakfast. And you, Eliza, I know you thought it was a good idea to have your friend Kat, who has the magical pen, to write you into a Regency time travel novel, so
What were
that
you
you could
thinking,
have
Eliza?
you could have your own Darcy. But now that you're there, you thought you knew about the Regency era, but you don't really.
They don't got real toilets, Eliza.
Or toothbrushes. But I have faith that your friend Kat has written you a good hero, and you will have your happily ever after.
Eliza, are you stuck for life? Was this a life decision, Eliza, or are you getting back out at the end?
Well, Kat did write her an exit clause if she decided that was not really what she wanted to do. But so far, she's not taking it. And for those who wondered what that last bit of nonsense was, this week's intro book is A Matter of Time by Margaret Locke. I'll put the link down in our description box. So, did you bring in our Instagram friends?
Yep, we got Instagram in here.
Why? I don't know why it still shows shaded on my screen. But anyway, I apologize. We are late. The computer that I switched to, because it has a bigger hard drive, the last couple weeks it has just decided that it does not want to access my camera. And it is telling me that it is Chrome's fault, but I just checked all the Chrome settings, and Chrome said, hey, play with the camera. We're happy. We don't care. And the camera works. So StreamYard is just confused.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I can get audio, but I can't get video. So it's a little frustrating. But
we'll just try it.
I don't know. I think next week I might switch back to the other computer that I was using. Because there wasn't anything wrong with that computer, but the hard drive was not as big as the hard drive on this one. And so I switched to this one. Because your father felt like he was doing me a solid by giving me this computer, thinking it might be better than the other one. And it is better, because having all that hard drive space when I want to download games and things is helpful. Because the other one, I was downloading game demos and having to delete other games to have room. So, but anyway, so I know we usually start with yarn, but how about we add a little life in here and talk about how hot it is?
It is very hot. I actually am comfortable right now because Wayne keeps the AC pumping, but anytime I step out of the building, I am melting.
We're supposed to have a high of 99 degrees in our part of the country. And I'm using up this toilet paper to block my face. I should have brought my cooling cloth in here. Well, this is just ridiculous. Add in the fact it's hot, and add in the fact that I am a woman of a certain age. And I know I keep saying it. I say it over and over, but I am not accustomed to sweat actually rolling down my face.
Mm-hmm.
I am accustomed, if I sweat at all, you and me and your sister both have in common that we don't sweat very heavily.
Mm-hmm.
if I sweat at all, I might get a couple little dots on my nose, and that's usually when it's super hot. But these days, I am getting sweat rolling, like someone poured water on the top of my head, rolling down my face, and I am not accustomed to it. It feels weird.
That's what's been happening to me at my Saturday markets. Because it is so hot, and then trying to like haul like my tent and a big like folded 6-foot table and 2 chairs and like all of my stuff, like it is so hot. I swear, the last market I was at, I like was outside the whole time basically, and then right towards the end I went inside to go to the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror, I'm like, I feel like I look 4 shades darker, and I was not even in the sun that much. What happened?
Yeah, make sure you use your sunscreen, because I went out to Hippie Fest several years ago, pre-pandemic, and I thought that, I know that I need to wear sunscreen, because I know I'm on the lighter shade of the melanated community. So I know I need to wear sunscreen, but I was like, oh, we're just going to be walking around for a little bit. I don't think of sunscreen unless we are on vacation and I'm going to the beach. And so we were just walking around looking at some stalls, so I didn't think to put any sunscreen on. And I went home with the worst sunburn on my face. I mean, just like peeling. I have never had my skin peeling from sunburn before. It was ridiculous.
Oh, we got alarms?
No, it's your Aunt Terry. I sent your Aunt Terry a song that, Spotify introduces me to songs, and let me reply to her. Spotify introduces me to songs, and I heard a song that I said, this is her life philosophy. Everything about this lyrics is all about your Aunt Terry. So I just immediately sent it to her. And she was like, oh my God, this is the best song ever. This is my new favorite song. I'm sending it to 7 other people. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that at least I know you.
That's funny. Well, I mean, since we're already in life updates, you want to continue with that and then we'll go into Yarny stuff?
Yeah.
All right, what you got? You got anything else?
And Ronald's talking about it is 74 degrees. Sir, it's already 90 degrees here. It was 80 degrees when I woke up at 8, when my alarm went off at 8:30 this morning.
Oh, it's only 77 here.
It's just
probably going to get up.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not super warm here, like in Asheville, so much, at least right now. But whenever I go, like when I go to Faye Nectar on Saturdays, Echoes? Ma'am, are you switching computers again? Ari, don't tell me that. Don't tell me 85 in Georgia. She is switching computers again while she's dealing with that. Everywhere that I go on Saturdays always ends up being so much hotter than where it is here, because it's like 70 something here. Down at Faye Nectar, it's usually like 90 something. It has been the last few weeks. Ari's saying it's 85 in Georgia right now, and that's where I'm supposed to be going this weekend. Not looking forward to it, because I already, like, once it gets past like 76-ish, I'm like, oh, that's a bit much. And Wayne can't handle anything over 60. Like, he needs to be in an ice box at all times. Which is why I have on a crop top, but also a blanket on my lap, because he's got the AC on. So it's going to be, ooh, she's switching over. We're learning. You're muted. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Ooh, can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. You got to unmute yourself. How did switching to the other computer make you cough? You were not coughing before. All of a sudden, switching to the other computer made you cough. Are you allergic to this computer?
No, I've already been talking. I've already passed my limit of talking. So the cough decided to show back up. But I'm much
Wiley.
better than I was on Saturday.
You were pitiful before.
Saturday, I was like, that's why we missed the coffee Klatsch playing around on Friday for anybody who knows or cares. We because I was gonna try. I stuck it out on Wednesday, but I was coughing up a lung, and then Friday I was like, then Thursday, because I made myself stick it out on Wednesday. Okay, why does this thing? Do you see this box in the bottom? It thinks that I'm still.
The other one?
Yeah. I closed my thing and everything. You were confused.
Yeah, and it doesn't let me kick it.
Okay.
It's still there. You need to fully close the tab.
Okay.
Ooh, and do it quick before we start getting echoes. There we go. It's gone.
Okay. I was like, I just closed the browser and thought that was enough. I didn't like leave the studio or anything, and it was like, nope, you are still there.
You gotta leave the studio.
But no, because I knew that I was supposed to be doing training with work, and I had already put it off for Monday because I was finishing some work tasks. So I was like, I'm going to power through, and I was getting sick on Monday. But I had your father's cold, and he just had like sniffle, and then he was done. Like the next day, he was fine.
You were sick. You were sick.
He was fine and still kissing me on the lips, and then I was like, okay, so it wasn't anything wrong. But I was still acting like, oh, I'm not even going to take any cold medicine. I'm just going to take some ibuprofen for this pressure in my brain that feels like my head is being crushed like a melon. But I'm just going to take that, and the runny nose I can handle. And all the reports that came out a few months ago about the ingredients in cough medicines really aren't doing anything. So you're taking the cough medicine just to make yourself feel like you're doing something, but the studies have shown that it doesn't really do anything.
What is this research that I didn't know about?
Yeah, I can't pronounce the word. It's like dextromorphan or something, which is in most of the cough suppressants and stuff. They say it really doesn't do anything. I read a Harvard paper that said, at the very least, the only thing that does kind of do something, there is a few antihistamines whose names I cannot pronounce off the top of my head right now. There's a few antihistamines that do something. But antihistamines, I don't know about anybody else, but antihistamines knock me on my butt. Okay.
Yeah, because that's like, what, Benadryl?
Yeah. So, but they say the antihistamines help somewhat for the cough part, which is the only thing that really bothers me. I can deal with the runny nose and whatever, blowing my nose or whatever, but the cough is what keeps you up at night. And it's just, at one point I was coughing so hard that I was involuntarily clenching the muscles in my arms and my hand all the way up to my shoulder, just all up here. It was painful because I was involuntarily, when I would cough, clenching my muscles. That's how hard I was coughing. And so I'm willing to take just about anything, but I had all the cough medicine in our house was expired. I took it anyway because I was desperate, even though I'd read the studies and I knew that it wasn't doing anything. But I was like, for that brief few seconds when you're actually like swallowing the Alka-Seltzer liquid or the Theraflu tea, it feels nice.
Like it's doing something.
It feels nice for that few seconds, and I just needed some relief. So I was
Mm-hmm.
eating cough drops and taking the Alka-Seltzer and the Theraflu, even though it was expired. And then your father couldn't find any cough syrup because I felt like the syrup would help better. Because at
Mm-hmm.
least, again, even though the ingredients supposedly don't do anything, they have an analgesic effect when you're swallowing them. With you know the
Mm-hmm.
word analgesic, right? Numbing.
Sure. Yeah, but explain for the people.
It's a numbing effect.
Oh, okay.
And whereas when you take like the um Mucinex pills, you're just taking a pill, so you don't get that numbing effect as you're
Mm-hmm.
swallowing like a liquid cough syrup.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I was sucking on the cough drops so much, because I was trying to get that numbing effect to 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 try to still that urge to cough. Because my throat didn't really hurt, but that urge to cough, you want to try to
Yeah.
drown that. And so he finally found some cough syrup. But like the daytime cough syrup, again, just has all the dextra whatever
That they say doesn't
that
work.
that doesn't really work. They both have acetaminophen. He found a double pack that had daytime and nighttime. And the daytime was the dextromorphan stuff, the acetaminophen, and there was something else that was supposed to be for congestion or something. That's in the daytime part. I didn't need the
Mm-hmm.
congestion part anyway, but I took it. I didn't feel like it helped. The one that helped was the nighttime one, because it had the dextromorphan, the acetaminophen, and the antihistamine thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that made me sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I pretty much put up with the cough during the day. I took the cough medicine because he bought it, but it wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And at night, I took the nighttime cough medicine, and that helped me
And it
sleep.
knocked you out.
That knocked me out and helped me sleep. If I was coughing, I didn't know it because I was knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I got some sleep. So here I am. And as long as I am sitting, I am fine. Although, as we already know, this chair has a time limit, and the time limit on this chair is about 2 hours. After
Well, this
2 hours,
stream has a time limit too. We're already at 11:17, so we should be done before your chair time limit.
after 2 hours, I'm just talking about work in general. After 2 hours, this chair, I can't sit in this chair anymore. I can't. I go from, like, right now I'm sitting up. I go from this to this.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of 2 hours, I can't sit in this. And this past week, I started working again on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to do
Ooh.
training. I started working again on Monday, but I mean immediately my work to go lay down, and then come back and do more work, because I just do not have the energy, even more so than usual, to sit up in this chair.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing my best. I'm having coffee with the last of my fancy cream, which swears there's like 40 servings in that spray can. They lie.
It doesn't even look like there would be 40 servings in that stream.
I think I used it like 6 times and it's almost empty.
Was anybody else using it? I mean, Isaac doesn't drink coffee. Was he using it on like some hot cocoa?
I don't know. No, I don't think Isaac was using it, but your father might have been using it. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know, because I'm not awake when he gets his coffee. So I've hogged all of our time, and we got about 45 minutes left. What's up with you?
Not much. We had Fey Nectar last Saturday. So last week was a busy week. So last Wednesday, I had the Weaverville Farmers Market. I need to keep working on stuff. Last Wednesday, I had the Weaverville Farmers Market. It went better than I thought it was going to, because that market just is notoriously not the greatest for me. But it went pretty decent. I think I made like $20 that day, which for that market is a good amount, considering there are multiple days when I went home owing money. Like I paid $20 to be there and didn't make any money. So that was a fairly decent market. And then this past Thursday, New Belgium, the brewery, which is the one that you can see the things. they hired me to do free face paint and henna and everything for their summer solstice party for their customers.
I like when you get those because that's guaranteed money.
It is, and it is so good. So that one went really well, other than I thought it was going to be inside like we were last time with all the like space devices in the back that you saw in the picture. We were outside, which I was not super prepared for. So I showed up in oh, your brother in the chat on the Instagram is like, ease up on the nozzle on your cream. Your cream for your coffee. You're laying it heavy on the coffee.
Probably because when your brother did it the first time, he like piled it up. There was like that much cream on top.
So Isaac used like 7 servings just there for that first one. But yeah, so I was wearing, what was I wearing that day? I was wearing a red t-shirt, and then I was wearing my black, I don't know if you remember from the pictures that we took at my friend's wedding, but that black skirt with the slits up the side.
Yeah.
I was wearing that skirt, but I had tights on underneath and then biker shorts over my tights. Yes, because I thought we were gonna be inside, and because it's hot, everybody's been cranking the AC. So I'm like, oh, I'll be super comfortable in this. So I was wearing that. I had on a wig and the mushroom hat. I was layered up. You
need to give up on the tights and the wigs till September.
Well, if we had been inside, I would have been perfectly fine. We were outside, and honestly, the layers that I was wearing weren't that bad. What was actually getting me, because they had a tent set up for me and everything, because I carried my little wagon thinking I was gonna be inside, and then I met somebody. I was like, hey, is this where and they're like, no, it's over here, and like points to the outside section. I was like, oh. So I walked over there, but I didn't have my tent in my bag because I thought I was gonna be inside. But they had a pop-up tent set up for me already. So I sat down, but as we were sitting down, because the day was going by, the sun was like sinking. And so the sun was like getting into the tent. So like, if this is the tent, like this is the outside wall of the tent, my shade is like over here. And so I had to like scoot to the side. So I was like dead center basically in the leg, where the leg of the tent was, because my shade was like halfway here, halfway over here. But the sun kept creeping up, and the sun was getting, love you too, bye. The sun was like getting on my legs and like burning my legs through the tights. That's what was causing me trouble, because like wearing the tights wasn't necessarily too hot, because I was just sitting down. I wasn't moving around anywhere. I was sitting down. It was the sun getting on my legs.
Man, so, as soon as I saw that, I would have ran back to my car and took off the tights in the car.
I maybe could have with the because I had the biker shorts under the skirt too, so I maybe could have, but I didn't feel like I couldn't be bothered. But it was a great market. So they paid me $400 to be there. And then the customers, I brought my tip box just in case, because anytime that like a group is paying me to be there, people still feel like they need to tip me, even though I'm like, they're paying me to be there. It's okay. Be here. It's okay. And they're like, no, we still want to tip you. And so I had my tip box just in case. So I got tipped another like $80. Wow. So that was really good, because all of this is making up for, like I was talking about earlier, all of this, we are still trying to catch up from that week that Wayne missed being sick, because he missed like 5 days. And so we are like really trying to bust butt to catch up for this, because we just went to the bank the other day, or yesterday, which I will talk about that, because that was a whole kerfuffle. But we just went to the bank yesterday, and we are like, we were cutting it close with paying rent this month. we got it. We're covered. We've got money for groceries and everything. But we were like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Because those 5 days, like, it threw everything off. Because no one plans to be sick. Anyway, but so Thursday I did that. So they paid me $400. Plus I made another $80 on top of that in tips. Plus I talked to the people that were there. Some of the people that were there were with the Asheville Raven and Crone, which is like a witchy store that's in the area. And they have a person there who is a henna artist, but she's also a manager. So she doesn't really have the time to be a henna artist for their things. And so they're looking for another henna artist. So they are going to try to bring me in for some of their festivals later on, and maybe for some of their pop-ups in their shop and stuff. So that is awesome. We are in communication now. So that is awesome. And then Saturday I went to, oh my goodness, this is driving me crazy. Saturday I went to Faye Nectar. and it was kind of slow. I only made 3 sales at Fay Nectar that day, but one of those sales was the mushroom hat. It
Oh,
sold
you
for,
sold the
yes,
mushroom hat.
for
Yay.
$65. It sold. So that is good.
So
I was like,
that wasn't quite how much you wanted to charge for it, but that still gave you a
it
little
was
bit of a profit, you feel like?
it was only like $5 under what I wanted to charge it, because I went back and looked at my inventory, because I think I was raising the price in my head, because I went back and looked at my little inventory sheet that I have going on, and in my inventory sheet I had priced it at 65. So I think I was saying 75 at the big market, hoping that it would sell because people come to that market bringing money, but in my thing I had set it at 65, so 65 would have been the bare minimum that I wanted for it, so we're good.
Good.
Yeah. So the mushroom hat sold, and then I did one face paint that day, and I think I did one henna tattoo that day. I can't remember what my other sale was, but so it was decent, because that 65 fully covered my fee, and then like gave me profit on top of that. So we were good that day. And now I've got some other markets coming up. These upcoming days are going to be so stressful. So this Saturday, I'm going to Georgia to go to the Twilight Fairy Festival. On last Saturday, I found out that 2 of my vendor friends at Fay Nectar are also going to that market. So that's fun. So I'm going to have people that I know down there. But the other thing that I found out while we were there was, we were like discussing and like talking and looking at the stuff online. That market has 50 vendors. Of those 50 vendors, yes. But of those 50 vendors, there are at least 3 other crochet artists and 1 other henna artist.
Oh, wow.
Which is like all that I have. And like the crochet artist, I can kind of understand, because like if you really don't know crochet, like you may not realize that like crochet artists will tend to like make sort of similar things based on what is popular. So we'll probably have some similar stuff, but we'll probably have a lot of like different stuff. So I'm not super concerned about the crochet aspect of it. If you have 50 vendors, you do not need 2 henna artists. If you have maybe 100 vendors and you're expecting the kind of crowd that can handle 100 vendors, then maybe 2 henna artists. 50 vendors, you do not need 2 henna artists.
You also have your kids' face paint stuff.
Yeah, I've got the face paint, so hopefully
there's not anybody doing kids' face paint, then
yeah, that's what I'm hoping, is that one. I'm hoping that the other henna artist doesn't have face paint.
If it's a hippy dippy kind of thing, there might be some adults who want like a butterfly on their cheek or something.
That's what I'm really hoping for. That is what I'm really, really hoping for, because we paid the money to be there already, so we can't just back out. And we're going to be paying the gas money to drive 4 hours down there, and then I've got to drive 4 hours back, and then I have to go to work the next day.
So what was the fee for that Georgia market?
It was, I want to say it was either 25 or 50. I wonder if I can find it.
So I mean, you still have to pay for gas to go down there, but still, that and the $50 fee, that's not a terrible bar to try to climb over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just,
and I mean, is this like the first? Do you know anything about this market? Is this like a new market, or
it's a new market? This is their first time putting it on.
Oh. Because I was going to say, well, maybe the people have experience putting on markets other places, and maybe they feel like they can handle you know what I'm saying? Maybe they feel like their clientele can support 2 henna artists or 2 or 3 crochet artists.
Hopefully it can. We will see when we get there.
Even with the crochet, you tend to go toward a certain, what am I trying to say? You tend to go toward a certain area, a certain vibe that not all of them do.
Yeah.
So I think you might stand out just a little bit from everybody else, especially when it's combined with your henna. And if you have some of your other stuff out, like your witchy, are you planning on taking some of your witchy stuff, or?
I was going to try if I could get some worked up in time.
Well, no, I was thinking just like even your bottles and stuff that set atmosphere on the table. even if
Yeah.
they don't sell, they set atmosphere on the table so people know that you're that kind of, you lean in that direction.
Yeah, I'll probably do that even if it's just for like table decoration too. Because what my friends were suggesting, because after looking at because I wasn't really like in the Facebook group of the vendors or anything, because I just being in large Facebook groups stresses me out because it's just constant notifications that I just don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like dealing with or whatever. And apparently there was some like drama or something, but so I wasn't there. But my friend who is also going to be there, she said after looking at the vendors and stuff, it seems like the other vendors, the other crochet vendors at least who are coming, are like moms who are just doing this as a hobby, or people who this is their first time vending and stuff like that. And so they suggested that I lean very much into, I've been doing this for a while, so lean into my table decorations, my tent setup,
Mm-hmm.
my like all of that to make it look a bit more enticing and professional, because that is something that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that will bring in more people to my table. So
Yeah, because and again, you have a certain vibe. Like I look at, I occasionally watch the people on YouTube of, oh, I'm doing my first market and these are the things I'm taking. And a lot of people lean toward, I mean, you have stuffies too. You know, you have some of the little squids and things like that, but you also have, you know, bucket hats and different things
mm-hmm,
like that. I just feel like with your table decorations, your stuff has a certain vibe. And I feel like
mm-hmm.
you go for different colors than what I see the other people leaning toward when they make theirs. So maybe that'll help you stand out from these other people.
Here's hoping.
And if it's like housewives and stuff like that, they may, because like when I go to look at articles about, you know, what kind of things should you make to sell at market, if they're seeing the same articles I'm seeing, because like if you look at the young people your age and younger on YouTube, it's all stuffies.
Yes.
You know, on YouTube and TikTok, it's all stuffies. But if you look at the articles that are aimed more toward people like in my age group, I guess, you know, if you want to turn your crochet into a into a growing concern, into a thing that makes you money or whatever, what kind of things will sell? You see dishcloths,
Mm-hmm.
and you see scarves and dishcloths, and what other things? You don't really see stuffies and the cute trendy things that the girls on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok are doing. You don't see bucket hats and stuff like that. So maybe they'll be along that lines
Yeah.
and not in the same vein as yours.
So here's hoping that my stuff stands out. I was talking about it pre-stream, but I'm also working on finishing up. Oh, that is a disaster. I will try to deal with that later. The crochet flowers I'm pre-made a bunch of crochet flower bases. And so I am sewing them
Mm-hmm.
together to put on their stems so that I can have some crochet flowers on the table as well,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like
That'll be nice.
other people won't probably have. But I'm going to go through, since we're in the Yarny Crafty Thoughts, I'm going to go through the stuff that I've been working on, because I have been working on a bunch of small stuff. Because I like a
Yeah, because
big
I know
dragon.
you skipped game night on Sunday for
Yeah.
working on inventory. So
Yeah. I canceled
and
on everybody this week.
I skipped game night because I was like, I need to rest. I can't talk on camera today.
Yeah, I canceled on everybody this week. I canceled game night with you guys. I canceled playing games with Gilbert on Sunday. I've already pre-canceled playing games with Ari today. I like didn't play Among Us with everybody on Monday. I was like crocheting while they were running around playing games. I fully canceled on everybody because I was like, if I'm going to do well at this market, I need to have my table full so that there is as
Mm-hmm.
much stuff for people to choose from as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been working on my small stuff this week, or I've been working on my small stuff recently, and then I'm going to try to knock out a couple bigger things in the next couple days. But I have some more. These all just need to be put on their keychains. But I have some more flowers. I need some more flower guys. Oh yeah, and Biggin. I got some flower guys that just need to be put on some keychains.
I hope the keychains sell well for you because it feels like they should.
They did at not the last big market, but the one before that. And so I think I just need to figure out which ones are selling. And I'm also like testing out some different ones. So I've got a little squid guy. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a face on him or not. It's a lot faster if I don't. And then I made like a ton of little like mushroom poppets. Mushrooms. Yeah, I've got.
Are those going on keychains or are those just poppets?
That I'm also trying to figure out. Should I put them on a keychain or should I not? But I've got.
You know me, those are cute. You know me, my thing is, utility. So if you can make it into something that people find useful, then it feels like it would sell better. But that's just me.
Yeah, I might throw like a few of them on keychains and a few of them not. These are super fast to make though. These take me like 20 minutes to make. So I can maybe knock out a few more before we get down there. And then I made more of the flower headbands.
Because we're getting into summer festival season, so
exactly. And then I've got this one.
Adorable.
And then this one, and I'll probably make one more with this because this is the Red Heart Super Saver retro stripe. So I'm gonna make probably one more with this so that I can get the like pinks and purples that are in that. Because so far I only got the 2 greens. But I did those, and then I made a bunch of butterflies. Because these are also super easy to make, and I don't have to read the pattern anymore. Once I make it once, I've got it memorized basically. So I just have to.
Those would look cute on keychains or hair clips.
Yeah, I was going to put probably half of them on keychains, and the other half were going to be hair clips. Because I have some hair clips, I just have to dig them out of one of my storage containers. But I made literally so many of these because I was making them while I was at work.
Perfect.
I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 butterflies that all just need to be put together. And also, while we're here again, the mystery yarn. Someone help me figure out what yarn this is.
It's pretty.
It is. It's like a chenille, but it's like the core of it is like a tinsel. So it like sparkles through a different way than the other.
It looks vaguely familiar to me, but
it sparkles through a different way because this has the tinsel like kind of on the outside. This has the tinsel like as the core of it, and it does darker colors. I want to figure out what that yarn is so I can buy more of it. I really love it. And then, let me.
That's how I felt about that yarn that I made that hat out of. that had the. I mean, as I was working that up into a granny square, I was like, I love these colors. I love the way they work up. And usually I don't feel that way about a variegated yarn. But it had like all these blues in it, and it just made you think of the ocean. It had blues and it had browns and greens, and it just made you think of the ocean and stuff. And you're making a butterfly top.
I am. I'm halfway through, and it's working up so fast. They're ends akimbo.
I hate to say it, but I was just watching a video yesterday where the girl was talking about, are these crochet things trendy or timeless? And I mean, it was just one person, so it's just her opinion, but she just had butterfly tops up there, and she was like, yeah, these were all so fashionable last year, but you hardly ever see anybody making them this year. And I'm like,
because I couldn't find a pattern I liked. This is a good pattern. This pattern I think just got released this year, and I like it's working up so quickly because you make like this little section, and it like you make it bigger or smaller depending on the size that you're making, and then this works up so fast, and it's not even that hard to like keep track of the rows or anything. I'm about to start the bottom the bottom wing, or I've already started it basically, but I'm working on the bottom wing of this side, and then I just got to do the other side. I think if I can get enough stuff done by Friday, I can knock this out on Friday and have it completely done.
Is that a paid pattern or
it's a free pattern?
It's a free pattern.
Yeah.
Did you send me a link to that?
I think I did. I think I sent it on Ravelry.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look again. We talked last week about how I get aggravated when tops don't have like sturdy straps for women who have the big bazungas.
That one doesn't necessarily have sturdy straps, but it's got multiple straps. So the green, the like butterfly antenna, that's one strap. That's a halter strap that goes across your neck. And then at the tips of the wings, there are straps that go crisscross down the back, go through the bottom wings, and then you tie down at the bottom. So they're not necessarily super thick because I'm also working with cotton. That whole thing I was making out of cotton, and I'm going to unbig myself. I was making out of cotton, and I hate it. I don't understand how people make big things out of cotton. It is
I like cotton. I like cotton for about 5 minutes, and then because you pick up the ball and you squish it, and it's like, oh, this is nice, and you see the thing. And you see the thing that it's made out of, on a cone, it's not appealing on a cone. And you see the thing you've made out of it, and you see the stitch definition in the cotton, and it looks really nice. But working with it is not so nice, in my opinion.
It doesn't have any kind of stretch or give. It's also like it may just be the ones that I have, but it's so splitty.
Yeah. Yeah, it is partly the ones that you have, because if you get like the mercerized cotton, that doesn't split as much, but that also costs more. The cotton in the cones really is meant for like dishcloths and stuff, and that's why it's cheaper. The cotton in the cones is cheaper. That's why if you get like you inherit somebody's stash and it's got cotton in it, it's usually going to be in the cones, or it's going to be those little balls of like lily and cream.
Yep.
Or peaches and cream, because that's the cheapest, and you can make dishcloths out of it and not feel bad. But mercerized cotton, if I make anything out of cotton, again, I'm going to use some sort of like cotton blend where it's part cotton, part acrylic, so you can get kind of the coolness of cotton, because cotton feels nice to wear in the summer. Get something with the coolness of cotton, but still have a little bit of give from the acrylic.
This is I want to say cotton bamboo blend, and this is squishy soft.
I've been wanting to try a cotton bamboo blend, but again, the cotton bamboos are more expensive than buying some lily and cream.
It wasn't too bad because I got it at Auntie Joanne, so I had my like discounts or whatever. But it wasn't too bad in this little cake. I'm just trying to figure out I don't know why I picked these colors. I really don't. It I think it was giving like retro 70s vibes when I was like at the store, and now that it's at my house.
Also, I think those colors look like they would look nice against brown skin. Yeah. Yeah. Just like I have that latte stripe, and I don't even like brown, but that latte stripe looks nice against brown skin. So I like it worked up in a mesh against brown skin, but in general, I would not buy those colors if it was like a shirt, like a t-shirt or something. I would not buy that.
So maybe I'll make the next butterfly out of the bamboo cotton blend thing, because that's a lot softer. It doesn't seem quite as splitty, because I'm fighting for my life working on that top. I'm trying not to split that yarn.
Yeah.
It is just the worst. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I'm making the extra large size because I usually tend to, like, if I'm gonna make a thing and like test out the pattern, I'll usually tend to make the like small size, and I'm like, no, I've got plenty of cotton, and if this turns out good, then let me have a big one, because I usually have girls who are, as my friend Michelle said, more well endowed. I feel like people don't say that anymore, but but I get the well endowed girlies over, and they're like, "Oh, do you have any bigger?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, see, I'm toying with the idea of trying to make myself a top, but not only am I well endowed, but these girls have put in some service, and let's just say they're tired. They're not standing at attention anymore. Well, I had 4 kids. I nursed them all.
That's so funny, though.
So they have put in some service. They have done their work, and now they no longer stand at attention. They are lounging. They are in their lounging era. So I'm afraid any kind of top like that I buy I'm not going to be able to wear it, because my girls are down here, and the top's not going to be able to lift them up.
Yeah, that's why I'm not making it in acrylic, because I want to make it in acrylic, but acrylic is super stretchy, and I want like whoever wears it to be able to have it like sit and stay wherever they put it, as opposed to it like stretching over time.
Acrylic is not as stretchy as you would think. I keep thinking back, whenever people say acrylic is stretchy, I keep thinking back to a video, 2 videos I watched. Is this the last of this?
I don't know. Is it?
The 2 videos I watched about making market bags. This woman did a test on making market bags in cotton versus acrylic, because people always recommend you make the market bags in cotton so they won't stretch. And she did an in-depth thing of, making the market bags and then using them over the space of several weeks. And she measured them when she made them, and she measured them after she washed them, and she used them a lot and put heavy, like grapefruits in them at the grocery store and stuff, and measured them. And the acrylic ones really did not stretch very much.
Really? Because
like this much difference between the acrylic and the cotton.
So you're saying they both stretched, but the acrylic didn't stretch much more than the cotton, or neither one of them stretched very much? Okay.
Ari, what do you want, sir?
Not you calling her out in the chat. Oh, while
you
Ari is
of Traders, yeah. Right? Traders. Are you gonna say
Traders? Yes.
Are you gonna say Traders? You say Traders.
Tell me, yes, they are saying Traders. Tell me why, when they were playing Among Us yesterday, they were calling out Tyler. They're like, "Oh, Tyler's it," and Tyler's like, "No, I swear I'm a faithful," and I'm like, "Not a faithful."
I swear I'm a faithful.
It was so funny.
So, are you enjoying Traders, Ari? While I'm waiting for Ari to answer, I know your answer to this, Maya, on Yarny Thoughts. Have you started your crochet along?
So let me show you the other things that I've been working on. I made some rats. They're so cute. I made them in blue this time, so they look like cartoon rats.
Adorable. That is so cute.
I've got to.
Yes, I have seen season 2. We just watched season 2 because we had watched like the first seasons of Australia, UK, and US, and then we had taken a break for a while because there was no other seasons up. And then, since we're trying to get rid of our Peacock subscription, I said we're going to watch all these seasons of Traders, and then we're going to cancel for a few months. So we just watched US season of Traders like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, but fairly recently. Yes, I have seen season 2. What animal is this? It's not a penguin because there's no white in the front.
No, it's a crow.
A crow.
I need to figure out how to make the beak more pointy.
A crow, okay.
Because with this blanket yarn, it's like it ends up very rounded. But he's a cute little guy. This is
yes, I know. That surprise person coming back, I know.
Oh, we're seeing OMG. Isaac told us about Traders on Sunday. We need to binge watch it before you cancel. Oh, that's I think V in the chat.
Who? Oh, V is in the chat?
Yeah. What, it's either V or Sydney. I don't know which person is under there. Yeah, in the Instagram chat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they were
so give them a warning before you cancel because they're trying to binge watch Traders.
Okay.
But yeah, I made a little crow.
We're just finishing up. We're probably going to finish up New Zealand tonight. So then we will be finished with all of the Traders. But if y'all are still watching, we'll keep it for another month. Because I was thinking of watching the Summer Olympics, and that doesn't start till next month. So I will probably keep it at least long enough for me to watch the Summer Olympics. So if you are still watching Traders, this is your warning that I am going to watch the Summer Olympics, and then I will probably cancel in August. But I'll let you know again right before we cancel.
So yeah, Little Crow. This is not as frustrating as I thought it was going to be. I thought it
was there sewing involved?
Yes, I had to sew on the beak, I had to sew on both wings, and I had to sew on both feet. And I thought it was going to be more frustrating, but it really wasn't. The way that the wings were sewed on, I think because this is just a little round guy, that it is not super specific as to where I put things on. And so if it's a little off, it still looks like a cute little guy. Whereas when I was doing like the dragons, I was like, these legs need to line up perfectly. The arms need to line up perfectly. If the horns are crooked, everybody's going to see like that. That was stressing me out. This is just a little guy. And so like, if his feet are a little bit crooked, it is not the end of the world by any means. Yeah. And so like one of his wings is like, for some reason, a little curlier and longer than the other one. Don't understand. The beak is not necessarily exactly where I want it to be, but he's still like, I feel like still looks like a cute little guy. So I made this little guy. And then I made the viral cat pattern.
Oh, so cute. I didn't realize that was a viral pattern.
Yeah, it got super popular. It might be, I think, at the end of its virality right now. But I made the cat, and I like the embroidery that they have for this. So I'm probably going to do this because I had a similar pattern, but they had different like embroidery for the face. But I feel like this reads cat because I had a similar like low cat pattern, but they had a different embroidery for the face. And so everybody's like, it's a bear, it's a hamster, it's a guinea pig, it's a this, it's a that. And I'm like, well, it's a cat. And so they also made the tail bigger. And so I feel like this reads as cat a lot better. I don't know how I feel about this yarn. This is Bernat. This is Bernat baby blanket. And I like the color of this yarn. It's got cute, maybe if I turn the light off, you can see a little bit better. It's got, there you go. You can see it better. Yeah, it's got cute little speckles that I like in the yarn, but just the Bernat with the like colors and stuff is rough. Because I have like a solid gray Bernat, and my black Bernat that I was just working with for the crow was not super bad. But the ones with the fun colors and the ones that are like variegated, I don't know what chemicals are in those colors, but it makes them more rough compared to the other. And then I've got my knockoff parfait yarn that I used to make another cat.
Look at this knockoff parfait. What is knockoff? That is cute. I like the little spot over the eye.
Isn't it? And he's got a little spot on his butt. This was absolutely supposed to be dead center, and then it didn't end up that way. And so I just changed the tail to match, because this spot is supposed to be dead center, and then you're supposed to have the dark color and then go to the lighter color. But for some reason, because I had to redo the feet to make them line up, and the spot ended up separate. And then we don't read ahead in patterns in this house. You just start. And so I was working on the pattern, and then it got to the end of the spot, and it's like the spot is supposed to be dead center between the ears. And I'm like, girl, you shouldn't have said that at the beginning.
So you're changing yarn. That's not just a yarn that happens to have some swatches in it.
No, this is me changing yarn.
Okay.
But it turned out so cute.
Yeah, I think the spot on the butt being off center just feels more natural, like a cat.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be just a big old splotch right here in the center, and I'm like, you know what? Cats will have spots anywhere. Honestly, I may throw a spot in here someday when I feel like changing yarn some more. I'm glad that I didn't have to change yarns that much though, because like you get to the end of the spot here, and then in the pattern it says this is the end that we'll be using of your alternate color for a while, so you can tie it off now. And I'm like, thank you for letting me know instead of stringing me along, so that I could just go. And then we got to the next spot. But I'm very happy with how this guy turned out. Hopefully my cats sell pretty well.
I hope so.
That is,
they look like they'd be as cuddly as the bees.
Yeah, they are basically the same shape plus some ears and a tail. Yeah. So hopefully those sell pretty well. That is the end of what I have worked on. I'm going to be spending today finishing up these roses. I think I've got maybe 10 more to sew together, because I like pre-made a bunch of them. So I've got maybe 10 more to sew together. And then I might change the way that I do the stems. Because right now do I have one that's not bound? I don't, but in here, they're just wire, like, fake plant stems that you can get for like when you're making fake plant arrangements or whatever. So I got these at Joann's, but I was wrapping them in yarn so it's like all one cohesive like texture or whatever, so it's all yarn, but covering these in yarn takes about half of the time that it takes to make these. Like if I didn't have to cover them in yarn, it would not. What are we talking about over here?
He's saying his crochet along is ugly as sin.
It cannot be.
True. That can't be
impossible.
True. That can't be true.
Impossible. But I'll finish it at some point.
Well, I mean, if you're not happy with it, then stop making it. And we are crocheting along until August 30th. So
you got time.
If you want to switch to something else,
you got time. That's what I'm telling myself. Is I got time. I got time.
I'm trying to hurry so that I can possibly add in a second item to my crochet along. I'm feeling ambitious, because I feel like I want to make another top because I have a couple spaghetti strap maxi dresses that your father bought me when he was on that Temu binge. When he discovered Temu right before vacation last year and bought me a bunch of stuff.
Shop like a billionaire.
Yep, shop like a billionaire. And I packed everything, but there was like at least 2 or 3, I should say, that I didn't even get to wear while we were on vacation. But we're gonna be gone for a whole week, so I think I'll be able to wear. I know we're not leaving for 2 months, but I'm already in the mood to start laying out now what I plan to take, so that I have in my mind what I need to still buy. Like in the back of my head, I want to buy another bathing suit top, but I don't know if that will ever happen.
I was definitely just looking at an entire new bathing suit because I want a different bathing suit.
Well, I never did like the top that I bought. I liked the fit of it, but the color was not as bright as it looked on the screen when I bought it. So I wanted to get a brighter color, or maybe in a blue or whatever. But the fit of the top that I bought was perfect. It's comfortable. I'm happy with it. I just wanted something in a brighter color. But I don't know.
Low-key, I wish I could find some, like, what is it called? The rayon yarn or whatever, the yarn that you're supposed to crochet bathing suits out of. Because I feel like that butterfly top would be the cutest bathing suit top. If I could make it in the right stuff that's not going to, like, sag once it gets wet. But I've been trying to find swimsuit yarn. I
didn't work on my crochet along last week because along with coughing up alone, I felt like, I took out my pillow, which I don't normally use in my bed. Normally I sit up because I'm not a person who likes to lay back. It feels kind of uncomfortable to me. But I was so weak last week that I took out my mother-in-law pillow and I was like laid back in my bed like this. I wasn't coloring. I wasn't doing nothing. But laid back watching trashy TV and reading occasionally. But so yesterday was the first day that I felt like I had enough energy to pick up my project. So I did, And I don't know if I was on the black when I showed this to you last time,
I
but
think you were. This looks like a lot more progress.
this is where we are. Again, this is the armhole.
Yeah, so
And
you were on the black last time we saw it.
And so I just have like 2 more rows because I'm working on this edge here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have 2 more rows to do, going all the way around, because right now this is going all the way around and up around the other edge. And then I think once I finish these 2 rows, there's a part that I'm supposed to be working that's just, I think, just on this edge and not going around, not going down here anymore. I think it's supposed to be just this edge.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be doing that. And then there'll be like 7 more rows of just this front edge.
Okay.
And then 9 more rows. Then I have to do 9 rows for the sleeve. And then I'll have to make another piece just like this to sew together.
Is it sew together or is it single crochet together?
Well, single crochet together.
Okay.
But
I was like, I could have sworn that you said that was a no-sew.
Well, to me, if I have to single crochet it together, to me that's sewing together.
Single crocheting together is so much easier than sewing together.
When
if I can single crochet everything together,
when I hear no sew, to me that means it's made in one piece.
Oh, okay, that's not what I hear. Because I just recently got a no-sew pattern. It's a new dragon pattern. Let me pull it out so I can show everybody.
Yes, Ronald, I am almost done. And this, even though I know it's taken me a few weeks to get this far, because when did we start? I started June 1st. Okay, so for me to get this much done in a month is a lot for me, because I don't always pick it up every night. Although when I picked this up on June 1st, I was picking it up every night until I got sick. But I only end up doing like maybe 2 rows or 3 rows a night. But yeah, I'm happy with my progress. That's why I'm feeling slightly ambitious that I might be able to try something else. Oh, cute.
So this, I'm going to be working on this. I'm going to try to do some smaller dragons, and maybe possibly still the big dragon, but I'll probably just do a bunch of smaller dragons. But this is also a no-sew pattern, but I've seen people doing it because I saw some like clips of people doing this pattern in their like vlogs or whatever, and you definitely make the arms and legs and stuff separate, but it's still no-sew. So I think you single crochet them on, which I still would prefer to having to sew everything on. And the spikes are just like bobble stitches that are made. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna do
a new one. You've not made this one before.
Yeah, I've not made this one before. So we'll see how it works. It looks like it's going to work out pretty easy because like the wings look super simple. Bobble stitches, I do bobble stitches all day, every day. That's no problem. The little legs don't look too bad. So I think it's going to work out pretty well.
Cute.
I think I'm going to make a bunch of the smaller sides.
I can't wait to see how these work up.
Yes. Ooh, do you want to see the yarn that I'm using for it?
Sure. Yeah, Ronald, the granny stitch does work up very quickly.
It does.
And I am glad that I found this pattern because it really does walk me through how to do it. Maya, what did I tell you about that?
My pants are up. My pants are on. You saw nothing.
No, we saw more of you than we needed to see, ma'am.
No one's here. No one's
hide your face in shame. Yes, hide your face
Chloe,
in shame.
cut that out. Chloe, cut that out.
Chloe has a job now. She's not cutting anything out. But yeah, that pattern, which again is a Red Heart Cabana shirt, is free on the Yarnspirations website. I am real happy with that pattern because it it really walks me through it. A lot of the hexagon shirt patterns were, thank you, Ronald, for preserving her modesty. Oh, I like those colors.
Yeah, this is
Like
my
the
knockoff
colors.
parfait yarn that I've been getting at Michael's. This is the Sweet
The loops and
Snuggles
threads.
Light. Yeah, the loops and threads Sweet Snuggles Light. It looks like poly. I've never had the.
What yarn is this supposed to be knocking off, you said?
It looks like the Premier yarn to me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's. Do I have any worsted? Okay, I don't. Do I have any?
I don't know what parfait yarn you're talking about. That's a Premier yarn, or is that a Bernat
Premier,
yarn?
yeah, Premier. It's a Premier yarn. Premier Parfait is their chenille yarn, but it looks
And
more.
You're not using that because it's more expensive, or because
I just don't want to order it. I want to get yarn that I can pick up in the store and walk out the door with immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks more like, I don't know how to describe it. Like the fibers look more condensed and it looks more marshmallowy.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. I don't know how to, like, if I were to hold up, and I should probably maybe turn off the light so you can see it a little bit better. But so this is a Bernat blanket.
Uh-huh.
And then this, where is the end of you? This.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I mean about it looking more?
Yeah, it's more condensed. With the Bernat, you can see
the little fibers
sticking out, whereas the other one looks more like velour.
Yes. And it feels a lot better. It's easier to work with. It's not like with the Bernat blanket, like I was saying, I can't remember if I told the stream this or not, but when I use the Bernat blanket to make big projects like the dragon, it tears up my arm because it's so, like, it's rubbing against each other. Yes, but the core of the Bernat blanket is a lot stronger. The loops and threads Sweet Snuggles it doesn't have as much drag. It's very smooth and glides against itself very easily. But when I go to, like, tighten up knots at the end, when I'm closing it off, when I go to tighten up knots at the end, or when I'm closing up a magic ring, I have to be so careful because it will snap so easy.
Well, that's a bummer. Because it looks like a nice yarn to use.
It is. I like it a lot better. That's like, it's the two yarns that I use for these. This is Bernat blanket. This is Bernat baby blanket technically. But this is Bernat blanket. This is the loops and threads, whatever it's called, Sweet Snuggler.
I can see the difference in it. It looks squishier.
Yeah, it just looks softer, squishier. This one is still soft and squishy, but it's like, it's got some texture.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you had this for about 6 years and it got rough. This one feels like it's been pre-cruffined.
Pre-loved.
Yes. So I'm going to try to use more of that if I can find more of the colors. The only difference is these are also about, I want to say $10 a piece at Michael's. At Joann's, the Bernat blanket is like $12 a piece, but they're usually on sale, so you can get them for like $8.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, this is the colors I'm going to make the dragon in. I'm going to make this as the body color, and I'm going to use this for like the wing accent color.
Cool. That's gonna be nice. But yeah, I'm feeling ambitious. I want to try to possibly make another shrug or a bolero or something to go over those strap. My idea is not to make something that comes down long enough so possibly I could skip wearing a bra and just wear the spaghetti strap and have that over it so you won't be seeing my nipples so readily. Because I just want to be comfortable on vacation.
Yes.
I mean, between you, me, and the girls, boys go away, don't listen. Between you, me, and the girls, I don't wear a bra around the house. So, and I work from home. And I leave the house like once every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's days and days that I don't ever have to bother with a bra. So now
Actually,
when I put one on immediately, and the last bra that I bought, I liked it, but now it irritates me to put it on because the material of it has like a lace or whatever on it that is supposed to make
Ew.
it look pretty,
But
but
it'll like scratch.
yeah, it's scratchy, it's irritating under my boob. And so as soon as I put it on, it's like I want to take this off. So now I want to try to just get something that's just like cotton or spandex or something that doesn't have any kind of design on it. I just give up on trying to be cute or sexy or whatever in
Mm-hmm.
my bra and just put on something that doesn't make me itch or drive me crazy.
I mean, you know me, I live in sports bras and t-shirt bras, so.
Well, the last couple sports bras I had, they don't fit me anymore. So now I got to try to find a the kind of pull over your head sports bra.
Mm-hmm.
Last ones I bought from Amazon thinking they were going to be big enough. They're not. I gave them to your sister.
I have a pretty nice one that's a like front zip that you like put on and then front zip.
Oh,
And
I
it's
would
pretty
love
nice.
a front zip.
I'll see if I can find it and find the brand that's on it because it
Yeah.
fits me pretty well.
Because the one that I bought, the last bra that I bought that was a nice size. I'm happy with the size, but the material is starting to irritate me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a front clasp, and I would just rather have a front clasp.
Yep.
Trying to reach around, or I was reading something. And there was a woman, and the woman was my age, and she was talking about attaching the bra in the front and turning it around. I haven't done that since I was first wearing bras in junior high school.
I always do.
I thought when you got to be a grown-up lady, you stopped doing that. You learned how to just reach back.
No.
I thought only kids did the front and then turned it around.
If I wear a bra that clasps in the back, I will always clasp it in the front and turn it around every single time.
No, when I was in
Why struggle with turning my arms around? Bye, Ronald. Oh, Ronald heard the rock music. I turned on the rock music. It's time to go. So this is we're about to end on talking about bras. We're about to end on talking about bras. But why struggle with bending my arms all backward and trying to feel where the clasp is when I could just clasp right here and turn it around?
Because once you are more than a B cup, these things get in the way when you're trying to turn the bra around.
But you flip the cups down, so you clasp here.
It still gets in the way.
You flip the cups and then you pull it back up.
It still gets in the way.
Or you clasp up here and then slide it down.
No, I think maybe my bras are just too tight. Maybe the band of mine are too tight, because when I try to do that, you talk about drag on your Bernat yard. There's some drag trying to drag that bra around to the back. That is uncomfortable. I practically get rug burn.
I mean, I also don't wear proper clasp bras very often, so
yeah, that doesn't work.
Once in a blue moon.
Anyway, that you need to go take some people to work. So
I do in fact need to take people to work.
Thank you for joining us. I apologize that we were late. If you are watching this later on demand, I'm glad that you stuck with us the whole time. If you liked watching us and our brand of nonsense, then hit that like button. If you want to come back or watch more of our brand of nonsense, then hit the subscribe button. If you want to get a notification in your email as soon as we go live, hit that notification bell.
If you're on Instagram, go follow us on YouTube.
Yes, if you're on Instagram, follow us on YouTube. Or just, I don't know if you get notifications on Instagram. Do you? No, I don't think so.
I think you can set notifications. So you can set notifications to know whenever I'm posting stuff on Instagram.
If you know how to set notifications on Instagram and you want to know when we're here, then set that notification.
But on YouTube, you get all the pre-show ramble stuff.
If you have made it this far in our comments, either on Instagram or YouTube. How about you leave a clock emoji since I am in my time travel era of reading right now?
I was like, clock emoji, what?
Yes, leave a clock emoji because I am in my time travel era.
Or leave a money emoji for me making money this weekend.
Yes, clock or money. Time is money.
Time is
Not
money,
for
and
us.
I am trying to spend all of it working on these roses.
But so thanks for hanging with us. We'll catch you on Friday for the Coffee Klatsch playing around if both of us are still in good health. Bye.
Yeah, and on Friday we're not on Instagram. On Friday we're on Twitch. Bye.
Bye.
Closing out Instagram. Closing out the stream. Oh my.